Alright, today we're looking at Chapter 4. We're starting off with Section 1, Graphing Equations in Slope-Intercept Form. So let's go ahead and get started. So, let's see. So before, what we did is we were looking at rates of change and slopes. So this was the end of last semester. This semester now we're looking at writing and graphing linear equations in slope-intercept form. Model real-world data with equations. Okay, so that's all good info. You don't need to write any of that down, but just fun fact for your day. Okay, this is the meat of the whole lesson. This is really what you need to know here. This says here, slope-intercept form is this, y equals mx plus b. If you can make sure you've got that in your notes, this is super important. Y equals mx plus b. This part here, y equals, I'm going to keep circling it. So this is super important because this is the equation. That's really all you need. Once you have that equation down, let's take a look at the pieces. M is the slope. Whatever number is in place of m tells us our slope. Y-intercept is next, so y-intercept is the end number here, whatever's in place of the b. So in this example, y equals 2x plus 6, 2 is the slope. That means rise over run. That means we start at the origin, we go up 2, and the run is 1, so we would go up 2 over 1. Alright, this line doesn't exactly match this equation, but you get the idea. Up 2 over 1, and you start up at 6. I guess we would go here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's take a look at an example, an actual example. This one again, the line does not match this equation. Okay, looking at this, it says here, write an equation in slope-intercept form of the line with a slope of 1/4 and a y-intercept of -1. So we start here. Y equals mx plus b. I would write that on my paper and then substitute the number for m, slope, 1/4, put that in. Y-intercept is -1, so put that in instead of b. And that's your equation. Done. Now it's saying graph it. Okay, well, we said -1 was the y-intercept, so go down 1. And we said 1/4 was the slope, so that means up 1 over 4. So start here, we go up 1 over 4. That's our next stop. Connect the points and we are done. Next, this says, write an equation in slope-intercept form of the line whose slope is 4, y-intercept is 3. So I already did this one in class, so we know the answer is B, but let's take a look at y. So slope is 4, so y equals mx plus b, we put in the 4 here, the 3 here, and yeah, it matches this. Done. Let's take a look at another one. This says solve for y, and that means we're going to write it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to clear annotations here really quick. I don't know what I just did. Okay. So if I do this, graph this, and we're solving for y, let's do our first step would be to get rid of the 5x. So subtract 5x from both sides. Then we're left with this, and then it says divide by 4y. So that's all the math behind it. You can probably do that on your own. Once we get to this, that's part of our answer because it asked us to write it in slope-intercept form, so done. But then it says to graph it. So we're going to take -5 over 4. So, our intercept is 2, so I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to erase. Let me erase this for right now. Okay, I'm going to explain what I did. I did this in class, so I'm going to explain why I did what I did. So this is saying slope, the intercept of 2, so that's why we start here, we go up 2. This is one of our points on our line. So before we even make our line, we know that that's a point on the line. The slope says -5 over 4. So I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I had the 5 written there. So I'm going to do down 5, and then we're going to go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Because it's rise over run. So rise, down 5, run, +4. So this is what I just graphed. The slope of, nope, sorry. This is what I just graphed. Down 5 over 4. What if I did this? Would that be okay? What if I started here and I said up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 4? that would have to be backwards. One of them has to be negative. It doesn't matter which one. So I threw the negative on the top. But what if you did it on the bottom? Well, then your second point would be over here instead of way down here. But it turns out it's on the same line. It doesn't matter. You do you. You pick whichever type you want to do. As long as one of the numbers is negative, it's going to end up being perfect. It'll be just fine. If you put two negatives on here, though, that's not okay. That crosses out. The two negatives cancel and it ends up being positive, so this is false. That's not an okay way to do it. Your negative can go on top or on bottom, but you can't do both. Okay. Let's take a look here. So this one is asking us to graph this equation. I went ahead and did this one. So let's see here. Okay, well, I'll explain what I did. So I was getting y on a side by itself, so I subtracted 3x from both sides first. That gives me 2y equals negative 3x plus 6. Let's shoot down here. This is what I was doing. Okay, so 2y equals negative 3x plus 6. Now what? I'm going to get the y on a side by itself, so divide by 2. And this is what you end up with. Sorry, that's a wonky x. Negative 3x over 2. And now we're looking for this graph. Well, this is my intercept, up 3. So start at the origin, go up 3. Only this one, nope, that one doesn't work. That one, 1, 2, 3, nope, that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, nope. So only one of them has the correct y-axis, y-origin. So we know D is the answer. Just to check though, the slope should be negative 3 over 2, so it is downward sloping. So we're starting at this point here that we have, and let's go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Good, that's our next point. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, that's our next point. So this matches perfectly. This whole thing here was another way of solving the problem. If we wanted to, instead of subtracting 3x from both sides first, what if you subtracted 2y from both sides? That's fine. It took an extra step, but you can get there the same way. Doesn't matter. That was just an alternate way of doing it. So D is the answer. Okay, let's look at this one. Graph y equals negative 7. Well, slope-intercept form is this. So what's our intercept? Well, the intercept is the leftover number. The slope is whatever's in front of the x. I don't even see an x. There's nothing there, which means our slope is 0. So since it's 0, that tells me it's a horizontal line. So our y-intercept is negative 7. We go down 7, and it's a horizontal line. There's no x-intercept, which means it can't slope up and hit the x-intercept. So it's a flat line. Just to check it though, what if you're like, well, I don't know if it's a horizontal line. We'll plug in y equals negative 7 a whole bunch of times. Pick your favorite numbers for x. My favorite number is 8, so I put an 8, and then 0, and then a negative 2, and I threw in a 5, even though 5 is not my favorite number. So I threw in some numbers, and on a graph, that would look like down 7, over 8, over 0, over negative 2, over 5, and they're all in this line, because the y is always negative 7. So it ends up being a horizontal line. So, when in doubt, build a table. That'll help you make your line, if you want. How about this one? Graph 5y equals 10. You do this problem. You pause it, and then I'm going to work through it on the next slide. Okay? You pause. I'm going to work through. I got this one for the answer. Did you? If you didn't, ask questions in class, and I'll help you solve it. Alright, how about this one? Which of the following is an equation in slope-intercept form for the line shown? You can probably do this right now. Let's take a look. Well, the intercept has to be, this says negative 3, so that's not it, and that's not it. So these are our answer options. And is this a positive 2 or a negative 2 slope? This looks like from here we go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, or you can say up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. You could do 4 over 2, or you could do up 8 over 4, whatever. It ends up being 2, right? And it does not look negative, so I would say B has got to be our answer. Right? Oh yeah, answer's B. Cool. Alright, check your progress. Pause right here, see what you can do. I'm going to go ahead and talk through it. Which of the following is an equation? So the answer is C. Why is this? Okay, so intercept looks like it's a 1, so not that. And our slope from here, let's find our next point. So I'm going to find where it hits a cross point, a cross mark, like, I don't know, crosshairs here on the corner of the boxes. So if I do this as my next point, we would go 1, 2, 3, down 3 over 1. So I would write my slope as negative 3 over 1, but that simplifies to just negative 3. So that's why this is the answer. Or you could do 1, 2, 3, positive 3, back 1. Or you could do positive 3, back 1. But that's still negative 3. Either way. Nice. Okay, done. Let's look at this one. Heart rate for 25-year-old, this many beats per minute. For every 5 years older than that, the rate drops 3 beats per minute. So write an equation. Let's look at this example. So heart rate, it drops 3 beats per minute for every 5 years. So that's how they did dropping negative 3 beats per 5 years. And the starting was 117. So that was how they got the equation. And then to graph that, we've got to do your y-intercept, so go up to 117, and we're going to go down 3 over 5, down 3 over 5, down 3 over 5, until you get enough points to make a line. And you actually only need 2 points to make a line, so don't wear yourself out graphing a bunch of points. The next part of the question, though, says, find the ideal max for a 55-year-old person. So we need to plug in for the age. 55 is 30 years more than 25, because wasn't the starting age 25 years old? So we need 30 more than that. So we plug in a 30 here. That's confusing. Age is 55, but we plug in a 30 because of this. Oh, sorry, I meant to underline that. Okay, that's better. Whatever. So we plug in a 30. Once you do that, plug it into your calculator. The answer is 99. You try this one. So this says the amount of money spent on Christmas gifts has increased by an average of 150,000, so this many million per year since this year. Pause right here, see what you can do. Which of these matches? When I did it, I'm thinking that's our slope, so that has to be here, so not that and not that. And it says here, spent 3 million, so that sounded like a starting amount, so I did this. Let's look at the next question here. The next one's asking us to graph it. Okay, well, intercept is 3, and the slope is 0.15. So which matches? Intercept of 3, nope. Slope, well, it wasn't a slope of 0, so we're not going to do that one. And I think it was a positive slope, so it would have to be this. Right? Yep. The last one's asking us here to find the amount spent in 1999. Okay, 1999 is how many years after this? Think about that. How many years after? Isn't that 13 years later? So plug in a 13 for n, for the year number of years. When I did that, I got 4.95 million. Okay. Let me know if you have questions, guys. So this is the video is to help give you the info, but if you have questions, please ask in class. The video is not a substitute for teaching, it should be an aid. So please, please ask questions in class if you got any, and good luck on the homework.